back to IGS. So starting off with the chart today. So we have some great movement yesterday. We cleared over 13% yesterday with a great S&P and US 30 move, which kind of gave us a little bit of a bonus. But you know, we cleared that 3%, well over 3%, and then we got our 3% even on Asian session as well. So a total of 13% yesterday, our last session. And today, you know, our aim is about $44 today, so we're going to see if we can attain that and a little bit more, see what we can do here. So let's hop into the charts and see how we can make this happen. All right. So we are on S&P US 30 here today. All right, so we got a little bit of movement here before 9:30. We got 10 minutes. Let's see what we got. I mean, a little bit of a double bottom here on this, which is nice. Let's see if we respect that, and then we'll just do our top here. US 30, like I said, we're not going to be trading US 30. It's just way too tight for that. But you know, this is what we'll be doing. So for right now, I know our lot says about 2, 3 for our test unit. So we have 3, 8, and 4. So for those, so let's just get these lined up. Let me just change this up a little bit too. Our count is currently we're at 1226. So we made $226 in the past 3 days, which is not bad at all. So let's see how we can maneuver this. We want us to be at 3 lot today, and once again, you know, this is just a little too tight for me. I mean, yeah, it's just a little too tight. When it comes to the stop loss, and once again, this is really because it's not that one unit isn't correlated to that sizing properly. So you know, it's gonna be a little interesting. But let's see. Right now we got 923. We're gonna wait until that we're gonna get a short position in here as well. So a nice forming of the double bottom here, but we're gonna wait. We're gonna take our time. We're gonna be patient. I don't believe. Oh, we might have some news today. Let's actually double check that. Let's double check to see if we got some news today. Oh no, I don't want to Chrome. So today is Wednesday, January 17th. A little bit of some speeches here, but no Powell speech, which is good. So we're pretty much chilling today. Nothing major. So market should be pretty much normal. It should be giving us great entries for it. So we're gonna do our 1 lot. We're aiming for about 44, if I'm not correct, for about $44 exactly. That's 3.6%. And what we'll do is that. So that is what we will do. I think it's 2, and then we have a 6 one, right? 6 looks good for the heavy lot though. You know what I'm gonna do, guys? I'm just gonna do a lot easier. So I'm just gonna write these down. So I actually want the full screen so we can see all the other markets. Just write this down. So Tesla's 384. Okay, good. All right, so we're good now. She likes seeing the other markets, keeping an eye out on the other markets. I think that's important. Let me get my trade thing out as well. Undock it. Hopefully, what will happen is I've been seeing some issues when it comes to that. 0.25. Okay, cool. So we're at Alright guys, we got 3 minutes, so let's see what happens and see if we can capitalize on some of these markets. I like the sell position already here. I'm gonna go for the 3 unit here on S&P. Pretty much right there. That's about it. I've been on a winning streak. We know some losses are gonna come, but let's see if we can hold them off as long as we can. I got a nice double bottom here from US 30 here, so you might be getting into the sells. I don't know why that went away. All right, 9:30 on the dot here, guys. Not too much volume coming in today, so let's be patient. At least for S&P. US 30 is taking off right now. We'll break that double top if we do. Wait till this candle closes. A little bit uncorrelated for US 30 and S&P right now. We do want to wait to trade S&P. US 30 move was a great entry, but we're not gonna trade US 30 right now. Wait till that candle closes. Give us some. I think we push back up. We're pushing back up. Like to see where that buy is going. But I think we're selling right now. All right, guys, we're gonna get into that right now. Oh, excellent! We are on the money today. Thank you so much. TP. Oh, what? What is it? We're gonna do stop loss here. Okay, we're gonna do TP somewhere here. Actually, we're gonna leave the TP. Close that TP out. That's gonna get tapped. All right, and so let's get our heavy position in right now. See what happens. Get it ready. If not, then so be it. 1%. And we are at an 8. Okay. Got stopped out. All right, that's okay. That is okay. We only lost 0.25%. So let's see what's going on.
Yeah, just had a huge amount of volume to that downside.
Should have got into that. Wanted to be a little patient on that. I had to wait for that candle one to see if it was gonna push up, and we didn't. We just kept pushing down. So should have definitely didn't. I hesitated a little bit in this zone right here, which definitely cost me some precious pips. So all right, I think we just got to get back used to upping that lots, put that thing in, get that test trade going. Get that in there. Alright, we'll pull it. Oh, of course. Of course. Yep, I do it. Okay. Okay, guys. We're just gonna be patient for a little bit. Let's just wait. Yeah, that was definitely the entry here at the top here at this little zone right here. Just didn't want to have that position in at 9:30. But yeah, maybe the one lot would have been better, but yeah, just trying to see an entry here, trying to see if there's forming of a double bottom here. A double top forming here, huge engulfing, so which is a good sign. Excuse me. You might be forming that double bottom here for the top end view, but let's see how that works out. Yeah, guys, I'm actually gonna switch it back to to this color font. It's just way too much colors going on. Focusing on colors and all that other stuff. I'm just focusing on price movement. We might be pushing up on that. A huge bear candle. I'm gonna pull it. Oh, that. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I think the stop loss is a little too tight. Yeah, we're gonna switch to the ones. Just that stop loss is just way too. Alright, we're gonna go for the sell here, guys. And yeah, I can already feel my brain is just a little bit more comfortable when it comes to that stop loss. I think it's really just the distance of the stop loss. You know, like there's certain pain that you have to deal with, and it's just like unreasonable. It's just like, you know, yeah, you have a stop loss that's like 5 pips. Like, you know, that's just not reasonable. That's gonna put extra pressure on your positions. That's not even really realistic. You might get stopped out. I don't know. I think guys, we're getting ready to switch. I think we're getting ready to switch. We are not pushing below. I don't think the sellers have it. I don't think the sellers got it, guys. But listen, we need to push past that level right there if we really want this dip to push down. All right. Let's see if we can hold that. Huge wicks to the downside. We might get stepped out. I think we're getting ready to switch, guys. That double bottom is holding. Oh, don't fall now. Don't fall now. Another double bottom. Are you serious? Are you serious? Oh, wow. Okay. 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 All right. Let's just take a minute, guys. See what's going on. Let's just take a minute. Let's just take a minute. This guy looks like we're in a box. Everybody's in a box right now. That's another reason why I was not in a 5 minute. I was in a 2 minute. I'm doing way too quick. Interesting day, guys. And we're not gonna look at the account. You know, we're just gonna trade. We're not trading the account. We're not trading anything. We're just trading the market right now. Those were a lot of positions today. I mean, even though they were pretty decently small, stop loss always got hit at 0.25%, but those are a lot of positions regardless. So let's see. A lot of volatility today. A lot of volume, really. It looked like news was about to happen for some reason. We're pretty much in a box right now. We should be trading US 30. I'm not even gonna lie. You can respect that, S&P. You're gonna tap. Alright guys, we're gonna take a break. Definitely gonna take a break. Let's just be patient. Let's actually be patient. Be patient. I do want to see the account, to be honest. 201 for $20-something. So our account is supposed to be for 3%, around 160, 126. All right, let's just take our time. Take our time with this. Good grief, get nothing. The US 30 is doing its thing. All right. Good thing is that all of these positions are calculated, and they have a controlled stop loss. So that's what's good about it. The bad part is that, you know, we have multiple positions in today. I mean, this sell-off should have been here for us here. We got in a little late, but regardless, you know, we didn't know this was going to pull back and start basically consolidating here. We had this here. Maybe we should have got in here with the. I think the stop loss being a little tight is also the trigger of that, where we're just getting stopped out pretty consistently. But we tried one thing. We wanted to stick with the numbers that we had, and stop loss was a little too tight, so that's okay. Learning lesson. US 30, we didn't trade US 30 today, which we should have. We wanted to be a little bit more focused on S&P just because of how that range and how that scalability works. But as always, US 30 is just holding us down, as S&P is a little funny. So could have definitely got into some US 30 positions here. Got a little hyper focus on that S&P, and we lost some opportunities that we could have got. It would have easily cleared our 3%. So, okay. Mistakes made, mistakes learned. Still be flexible, still focus on both markets as you always do. And this is why you have both markets. So if one is not, finding a direction, the other usually is. As you can see, US 30 found its direction, and we're buying it up. S&P is still trying to figure its life out. So, for us, that was something that we should have did. And let's don't not focus on both of them, but focus on the ones that are giving you some form of direction, much like skating on thin. This would have been of some interest here. All right. Still trade as you normally trade. Get back into that zone. Set, recalibrate. Come grab that liquidity. Oh, that's how you do it. Okay. I don't want okay. So the average position. Hopeful. Be hopeful. You're in profit, at least on one position. In profit. Hopeful. That was a big loss, guys. Big loss. Yeah, tough day for me. Tough day. I think just getting carried away. Just reflecting on what is happening. I think I focused a little too much on S&P. Didn't really focus on US 30. Nervous about getting in US 30 because of just how that scaling in for the unit is. Had some great moves there. A great position, great entry position on US 30 that I could have taken. Instead, focused on S&P, which also had a decent move to the downside. And it's just the volatility today is just a lot today. So that happened. I think I kind of just started just getting into that traded momentum. And I was just getting stopped out. One, because of the how short the stop loss is. Two, was there really a direction in the market right now? No. It dropped here, dropped them here. Okay, good. Like if you were in that position, okay, great. You probably would have been finished. But on the third, fourth candle, you're pretty much getting stopped out pretty much on everybody's motion here, at least on S&P. US 30 was a lot smoother, just a lot smoother. Nice calm buy position if you would have bought it here. Another confirmation here that we're still going up. Another confirmation here that we're still going up. So just a really smoother transition. And because I was too focused on S&P, I was missing those easy moves for US 30. Then I guess realizing that now, getting back into US 30, now I'm like, all right, let's get into US 30 now. It's gonna give us a little bit more momentum. And we're just got stopped out on with a heavy lot, and yeah, so and then slightly moved that stop loss up. I think that was just a just a bad move for me on my decision. Got a little bit more hopeful than fearful with that heavy lot. You know, didn't want to take that big loss, but you know, I took it anyway. But yeah, today would have been a lot of an easier day if I focused on both markets. I think also too, just focused a little bit more on having that proper lot size here with the unit sizing there. I think that would have had, you know, a lot more of a pull and a less of a really just getting stopped out so consistently with it because it's just so tight. Yeah, you know, the entry was a little bit off 30, you know, at 9:30 had this huge push down to the downside. Wanted to wait for this candle here, got a little impatient here, and you know, sold that, you know, sold it in the bounce up here, and then sold it here, which I you know, thinking about it, yeah, it was an okay position, but you know, when you want to go against that, you know, well, I guess in reality, right, this was the confirmation of the double top here, which is where I should have necessarily been, seeing that candle would have dropped there. But then I wind up selling it here for that real confirmation move to the downside. It didn't happen. Then, you know, came back down, and just, you know, just popped back up. You know, basically stayed in a little bit of a swing here, and just really just milked it here. I think also too, being in I think I was too much in a 2-minute time frame, and I didn't even realize that I was in 2 minutes. And I think that kind of just made me a little bit more like, oh, okay, this is what's happening, instead of on a 5-minute, where looking on a 5-minute, I would have saw that it wasn't really giving me any real indication that this is going to go up, this is going to go down. So I think that also affected it. And I think also too, you know, just thinking about the count, wanting to keep on the winning streak, I think that affected, you know, my mental, and just wanted to keep that momentum. I think also too, you know, I used the unit sizing there, and you know, seeing that the stop loss was tight, you know, I still went for it. I should have just, you know, went back to the 1 unit, kept that unit sizing, you know, that stop loss proper, and just focused on that first to do that. So there's a combination of a lot of things today. It's 10:33. Yeah. Let's see what else we can get. Definitely going to be a little bit more patient with it. I don't want to get rid of the readiness to get into a position, but I think I just need to just be a little bit more cautious with it. To be honest, we did lose a decent amount on the account. Yeah, we're back at 119 from 222, so that's a little over, just over $100 and something, and that big move really came from, that big dip really came from that US 30 position with that heavy lot in it, being at about $60 something loss. So that's just, you know, something that happened, and you know, it's just how we do it. So hopefully, let's see, maybe we can pull it back throughout the day. But yeah, just a tough
little mistakes.
little tiny mistakes. Any mistakes? Not trading both markets. Really, I think really not trading both markets today was just what got me today. I think there was no reason for me to really like not trade both markets. I think me not doing that limited my opportunity, right? It offsetted the losses. It would have offset the losses that I would have had here, because this would have happened and then I would have been like, oh, okay, but I'm in profit on US 30. Then we start adding to my position, heavy lot position. By then I would have said, I don't have no idea what S&P is doing, let me just focus on this, and I would have re-entered here. So, you know, just being still that adaptable, being still that flexible. Use the both markets. That's what you have them for. One is going to offset the other. And you can see here, you know, it's just huge wicks right now. Huge wicks. And I think I probably should have paused myself after the third position in here and just actually paused and said, okay, like we've already lost 1%, you know, so let's just take a pause. Yeah, you know, and that just kind of, I just kept running it, trying to get that account back. And I think that's something that, you know, was just focused on today. I was just thinking about, you know, you got to get 3% return. You know, you want to keep that momentum. And you know, once again, what Tom was talking about, you know, you're trading the account. You know, don't trade the account, trade the market. And you know, the market for S&P wasn't giving me what wasn't giving me the momentum that I needed. And instead of just accepting that and realizing that, you know, I was, you know, just tried to keep getting them. So lessons learned for sure. Lessons definitely learned. I'm just gonna write a couple of things down right now. I think I'm just gonna have it here. Kept, you know, I think some of the good things, right? So like, what are some of the good things I did, right? I kept the test trades. Sizing, right? Always had the stop loss on. Right. Right, things I could have did better, right? Make sure stop loss is comfortable and decent, and always trade two markets. When the market isn't, you know, right? What's some of the learning lessons when the market isn't going. Market is confused, don't add on to the confusion, right? S&P was a little bit confused today. You know, I think it had a great opportunity. Sellers had a great opportunity to push this down as much as possible, and we just didn't hold that. We just didn't hold it. Yeah, just didn't hold that sell-off. Like, this was our opportunity for that sell-off to just have this candle just running. You know, we got there, buyers came in, you know, had a huge, you know, bull candle, then a sell candle, and we just couldn't break that low there. And then we just dojis, you know, just you can see the fighting here was just crazy. People were getting out, people were getting stopped, you know, whatever the case was. TP stops, and it was just dojis the whole time. And then bulls took over right here. Then I bought it here. And man, for me, it was just felt like I buy, and then it was just like the pullback was just stop loss, boom, stopped out. And I think that once again, right, that comes really to that stop loss. Having that stop loss too tight, which is just slowly just eating that profit away. It was just not a good look for that. So, you know, I think that had a lot to do with it. So got a lot to do with it. US 30, I think, you know, for me, it was just, the good thing was, at least, I guess I stayed away for the time being of the unit sizing being too small, too big. All right, but I still needed to trade to market. Right, and I think that's really what I think that's what really happened here, right? I wanted to trade two markets, and I would have traded two markets, right? I would have been looking at S&P. Okay, we're selling here, and US 30. I saw that US 30 move. It just pushed straight up, and I was like, okay, US 30 is definitely gone. And you saw, I put my buy position right there, done. But I didn't pull it because I was just like, well, the unit sizing is a little too large, right? And maybe that was maybe that was a mistake, in not getting into that US 30 position here, seeing that both of them are doing something completely different, and that's okay. But just trading the two markets, obviously, long and behold, this would have worked out very well for me with US 30. So I think trading those two markets, obviously, the one unit sizing maybe could just be like in between a heavy lot and a or maybe that could just be the one trade that I have. It's a test trade, it's a heavy lot, all in one. I think if I had one unit here, even with the one unit here, like, look at this stop loss. The stop loss is literally 3 ticks. Right, this was the 3% right there, just on one trade alone from US 30. One trade that I set when it broke that double top, and I didn't pull it, would have completed the 3% automatically, let alone a whole nother probably 8 to 10% we would have got today. So mistake, but at the same time trying to secure myself and be safety conscious, wind up basically missing out on a big move. So but yeah, so learning lesson, I think when trading US 30, just be cautious. Be cautious. Use one unit as a one trade opportunity, and that can get a little crazy, and I think that's really why I wanted to stay away from it, because of just the volatility that I know that US 30 can bring to the market. US 30 usually does what S&P does today. So I was a little bit more comfortable with, okay, trading that S&P. It's a little bit more steady. It's gonna have a little bit more of a cleaner look. And today it was just the complete opposite. So, yeah, learning lesson. Definitely a learning lesson. And I think this is just what happens. And then trying to getting into the sell, which I thought was a good sell. I think this was a good sell trade, to be honest. I think getting into the heavy lot was also decent as well. just the market just didn't want to, do that, and just turned around and pulled back. So I think that's what's happening. That's what happened. So just taking a little breather right now and just trying to, recalibrate, reset. I think we've easily lost pretty much about maybe 10 to 15% of the account for sure. And I think that was also due to like over trading, right? And I guess and I think that has a little, I think that's also a little bit of, you need to strike a balance between that don't overtrade, right? Because overtrading could mean that you're very, you're just trading the market and you're just trading today. You're just trading what you need to do. But at the same time, it could be like, well, if you're losing, then you really shouldn't be trading like trading so hard like that. So and I think that's what happened today. A little bit of over trading. I really felt like S&P wanted to fall so bad, and I think a lot of the sellers that were selling this was like, yeah, this thing is about to drop, man. Huge drop in the morning, nice little double bottom here, break of the double bottom, and just like tanked it. It's just buyers came in and just messed everything up. And you can see it because it's just a whole bunch of nonsense right here, Just a whole bunch of nonsense. I guess on the seller side, it just looks like a whole bunch of nonsense. Buyer side, probably was trying to like hold this position here, hold this zone here. But yeah, and in US 30 was just so calm, collected, smooth today. Just calm, collected, and smooth. Just nice double bottom here, respect of the double bottom, boom, ready to go. Ready to go, boom, huge candle, break of the double top, and we just kept it running. Even if you traded it here, you'd been fine. If you traded it here, you'd have been amazing. But and this was 9:30. So it was 9:30 on the dot. I probably would have traded it right here. Would have saw that push up exactly what we said. Right there, boom, saw the push up, gone. So it's a little difficult. It's a little difficult for today. Just hard pill to swallow today. But let's see if we can bring it back. And that 13%. That's kind of that's kind of interesting, right? That 13% really helped us. It kind of gave us that cushion, gave us that room. And maybe that's really what Tom was talking about. Just trade. Take the momentum with you. The momentum is going. Take it with you. Build that account because you're gonna get these days. You're gonna get these lost days where you're gonna eat back on your percentages that you won, but you'll still be profitable. So, what would Tom say for this trading? I think he would have told me just to trade these two markets. Definitely missed out on that. I think this here definitely would have said the stop loss was way too tight. The good part is I had no shortage of like ready to get in. I think he then would have said, were you being impulsive with the trades? Was I being impulsive? I guess, to be honest, I guess I was. I guess I really was. I was just ready for that thing to fall, and it looked like it was getting ready to fall too. And I think that was the other thing. I think I just had a very strong bias with that, and I think, it showed the signs. I think, sell off here. When I think I saw this, I should have been like, yeah, guys, we're gonna flip. And I think then I got in. Did I get into a buy here? Yeah, I got into the buy here, and then it just boom stopped me out. It was just that very like up in profit, and then the stop loss would be here, it'd be like up in profit, and it'll go,
And then, so, we were just getting like, grabbed today. So stop loss hunted today. So, but yeah, so that's what happened today. Just being a little patient here.
I think I'm more frustrated that I didn't trade that US 30. Like, I think these trades were like decent, at least when it comes, like, I think there were a couple that were just like, there was no reason for you to trade that. I think also too, thinking that I was looking at a 5 minute when I actually was looking at a 2 minute also messed me up. But there were some trades in here that were like, all right, that made sense. Like this little zone here, when it was doing this, and I was like, yeah, we're getting ready to flip. Man, bro. And I think that's when I bought it here, and then it just boom, then it stopped me out here. So just a very wild, hectic, bumpy ride today. Like, this just looks bumpy in general. Whether you traded the market or you didn't, it's just a very bumpy ride. Yeah, US 30 here, just such a smooth move, and I just should have got into that. Turned my whole account around, turned the first like 20 minutes of me trading completely different, right? We got in here, boom, 10 minutes into the charts, boom, enter trade, profit. Okay, yeah, I probably would have made a little bit here, but nothing crazy, because I waited for this 35, right? And even if I did wait for this, I probably would have bought it here again, but I probably would have bought this. I'm not even gonna lie, I would have bought this right here. It was going. And that's what we need. We need that momentum. But yeah, just tough today. Today was tough. I mean, this was such a clean double bottom, man. Such a clean double bottom. Hopefully Asian session we can get it back. We'll see. See what Asian session. Yeah, this sell-off was just crazy yesterday. Entered nice, boom, and we just took off. All right, guys, so I'm gonna call it for now for this New York session right now, and I may get back on during the day. Probably not, actually. I'll probably just catch you guys in the Asian. I actually won't. I actually have some things to do. Yeah, so next New York session, we'll definitely be getting into this and try to basically build it back up. So we'll see how that goes. We'll take a look at the account again. We're at 119.57. I'll show you guys what happens when you do that. 119.57. Oh yeah, we lost 8% today. So we just gotta bring it back. And what I'm gonna do is, all the green days here, I'm just gonna flag them as green, and then you'll start to see, a win streak, and then the losing streak, and just try to build it back up. But tomorrow we're back at $40 in profit, so let's see if we can do that. Man, bro, if I didn't have that heavy US 30 trade, not the US 30 trade, but like that one trade probably set me back a whole, I guarantee you. So let's see if we did this right. So we lost like $60 that last trade. 69.67, right? So we lost 69.67, right? So plus 69, right? So 18. So we know for sure this is an 8. 7, 8, right? I would have only lost 3% today. I would have only lost 3%. And that would have still put me on track. So because we lost that big US 30 trade, we lost 8%. So, and I had a feeling that like that was really just gonna eat the account, and I felt it. I was like, yeah, this is gonna tap me out. It's either gonna be great or it's just gonna tap me out. You know, we got into profit. I did not want to move my stop loss, like break even. You know, I was barely in profit. I was barely in profit on this move here. All right, we had one here. We got one, right, because we pulled up, stopped us out, and I was like, I'm getting right back in this thing because you're about to fall. Right, because we pulled all the way back up here. Oh no, we had it here. That's what happened. So pulled up all the way here, and then it came back down, and I said, boom, boom, and then we got into a second one. Like pretty much like right here. And it was like barely in profit. I was probably up like $40, $50. And maybe I should have took it, maybe I shouldn't have, but like I knew like me taking that was just not one. Like what was that? Like that was nothing, you know, like that literally was just nothing. Like that wasn't a move, that wasn't anything. And it just pulled, that thing just pulled back, and it just said boom. So interesting on a 2 minute. Yeah, so yeah, this right here, this is the second position, boom. So we bought it the first time, no, we sold it the first time here. Then it just, you know, it probably popped up, stopped us out, you know, then we got in again. And I mean, and to be honest, you know, this, like, out of all this huge buy momentum, right, I should have been buying it. Like, why did I think a sell would have been great? You know, yeah, I mean, it did respect this, you know, this double top. You know, this, for everybody else, this was just a pullback in the profits, really. Just not hitting those marks where we need to be. So, but let's just do that again. Let's just make sure we're accurate here. So 119, 119.57 here. I think just undo. All right, guys. So I'll catch you guys in the next session. Hopefully tomorrow we will be able to bring this account back up, or you know, we'll just be able to make the 3% back. I actually want to see something. 13 minus 8. So we're still on target, to be honest with you. We're still on target with our 3%. We would have been a lot better on target if we had not lost that that huge US 30 position. But this is a perfect example of what Tom is talking about, right? You want to be profitable, right? But you need to start to make your wins so large that you start to counteract your losses if you do have a big one, right? And as you can see, we're still on target, right? We're actually 5% in total right now, right? So let's say 3, 6, 9, 12, right? So we were at, so total in percentage right now, so we had 5.25 plus the 2.9 plus 13.12, and then right minus 8.71, right? So we're at 12.56% in the past 4 days, right? So 3, 6, 9, 12. We're literally right on target where this 3% was. 3, 6, 9, 12. So we're exactly on target for keeping that 3% annual return. But we could have made more, we could have had more, we could have had less. This would have been, we would have had an extra 3% as a buffer over that 3% right now. So we're still on target, we're still good, which is good. You know, just had a decent drop today. And you know, tomorrow, you know, yeah, Thursday we'll, you know, we'll turn it around and, you know, be able to make some new positions. So, you know, I think that would be great. So let's let's do that, and I'll catch you guys in the next session.